expressed in this program by the host or guests do not state or reflect those of the company, its management, sponsors, or any entities they represent.
Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off a steal. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboard, Simone of the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the 3 in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host D-Train, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host D-Train, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
Yo, what's really good? D-Trent, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at D-Trent. If you missed the live streamings, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. Make sure you do the same. Hit up the website, industrysports.com. You get the latest articles, feedback, updates about what's going on around the sports near you. And it's been long overdue. What's been going on, man? You know, I ain't talked about these Cavaliers in a while, okay? And I think it's about time we do that. Let's talk. Let's talk Cavaliers, right? Hold on. I'm trying to do something right quick. Okay. So the Cavs are currently 6 games into the playoff season. They're in the second round. They have an overall record of 4-2 right now in these current playoffs. And they started off 4-0. And they've lost their last 2. All right. First round they go against Miami, right? And Miami was originally a 10th seed. I thought Miami was gonna make the playoffs anyway. I thought they was gonna make it as a higher seed because I thought the trade they made, and the group of guys that they put together and their skill sets, I thought everything would click faster. Not having Jimmy Butler is definitely a big loss, but I thought, that's a pretty young team per se. They could make some noise. They definitely made some noise. They made it. They the first 10th seed to ever make it to the playoffs. So that's what's up. But they went against the number 1 seed in the East, and they got smacked. All right, we ain't gonna sugarcoat it. They got smacked. Cleveland mollywopped them. The first 2 games, and this will make it interesting too about this series, right? Because Cleveland's first 2. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it does. So, in Cleveland's first 2 games in Miami, right? They really didn't play that hot, right? The first game, Miami thought, okay, it kind of got away from us at the end. And then in the second game, I think Miami, they only lost by so much. Let's see. The first game, let's go back to this, the Heat game. Yeah, so the first game, the Heat lost by 20, right? But they only end up losing by 20. Like it was a pretty competitive game till like the middle of the third. and the Cavs took off, right?
Just to let you know, bro,
First
we got the
game,
diva in the house. We got the diva in the house. Just to let you know.
Sports Diva.
Hey y'all, hey y'all. I'm having a bad hair day, so no camera for me. But yes,
No, it's
I'm
cool.
here. How y'all doing?
Cooling, cooling. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just got back home. I'm like, oh, I just seen it, so yeah, I'm ready. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, of
All right.
course. I'm glad you
Well,
invited me.
yes, I'm glad you came. Welcome to D Trent Game Changer Sports Talk on Industry Sports. All right. Right now, this is the first stream I've done since the Cavs have been in the playoffs. So I am doing a quick update, sharing my thoughts leading up to what we about to get into about these Cavs. All right. Um,
Uh-huh.
so I was saying, yeah, the first two games of Miami, I mean against Miami, Cleveland didn't play extremely well at home. Um, Miami came out of the second game, even though they were down 2-0. They came out feeling like they had a chance against Cleveland. So, games 3 and 4, we came out and let them know that that really ain't a thing. That's only in your mind. All right. Game 3, we smack them by 37. Game 4, we smack them by 55. Now, what was interesting about game 2 is at the end of the third quarter, fourth quarter of game 2, Garland went down. And that was against the Heat. Garland was out, said he had a toe injury. So Garland hasn't played since game 2 of the playoffs. It just came out March. He suffered.
Yeah, he's just feeding get inside.
He's re-aggravated. Um, and you know, I don't know what everybody knows about science and health, right? And I'm not the expert on science and health, right? But I am a jack of trades. I know a little something. As a athlete, former athlete myself, I've learned a few things, right? Let me tell you about your big toe. There is nothing athletic you're going to do without a big toe. Okay? I don't care who you are. When you pivot, jerk, move, twist, push off, your big toe is everything to your balance. So for a point guard who is herky jerky, who is up against a team who presses full court, his big toe not being usable makes him an ineffective body. All right? Garland's not playing. It's not going to play. If it was me, Garland wouldn't play unless we were in the finals. Garland wouldn't play.
Well, doesn't he have to get cleared by the athletic?
He would have to get cleared, but he's also a super max player. He could force the issue.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Well, yeah, you're right. But no, you're right. And so is his big toe.
it's his big toe.
Yeah, that big toe. Hey, man, people think it's nothing, but trust and believe me, if you bruise it or any type, like when you hit your toe up against the bedpost, that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? Imagine being like doing all that. No, that's a lot. And I I wish he could just put like cortisone shots in it and like wrap it up. But I'm pretty sure because
There is nothing. There is nothing, nothing,
it's
nothing
nothing.
that's gonna help his toe. His toe is gone.
It's nothing. You're right. You absolutely
Not
right.
usable
Right.
for these playoffs. It's over.
No, you're right.
Unfortunately, Darius Garland, your playoff season is over unless the Cavs go to the to the finals, which would put your injury recovery at about 4 to 6 weeks, which is what about it takes, right? So Garland, I appreciate what you've done for us this season. Let me not slur my words. We appreciate what you've done for us this season. You've put value back on your name and your stock. You've, revalidated the reason why you got the contract you've got. You're 24. Okay? This is not going to be your only chance to get to the finals. Let's be very clear. It is okay. And when I think of you trying to come back, I think of Durant and Klay Thompson when they was in the finals against Toronto. We not doing that. We not doing that. You know why? Because our team is deep. And the team we have available can beat the Pacers in 4 games.
No, for real.
So ain't no need for you to stress back. All right? But for those who ain't understanding, who don't want to accept, who seem to can't comprehend, Garland's season is over. And y'all need to accept that his season is over and it's not necessarily his fault. I'm not going to condemn a player for playing hard. That's not what we do.
That's what I said.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that I was agreeing with you. That's what I said. You can't condemn a player for being injured. I mean, what can you do about that? Like, the team is going to. I mean, I just are we talking about game 2 right now? Because
Wait, hold on, wait. We just talking.
Okay,
we ain't got. I ain't got to the Pacer series yet. So I do like a lead up. I don't want to, especially when I've been gone for a minute talking about a certain subject. You know what I'm saying? I do like the summary catch up. You feel me? So
absolutely,
and then in between, I throw in stuff where it's relevant. So Garland got injured in the last series.
I don't know. I thought we was on that subject for some reason. I don't know. But you good. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So Chief, and Machetta. I don't know. It sounds like smooth if I say it right. But Chief, he said, "How do you feel about the media calling the Cavs player soft?" Okay. It's a good question. Yeah. And particularly when it comes to Garland, right? Ooh, Hooley, you said that shit too, Hooley. You said you probably gonna have to do both. Now I could go into my tangent, okay, about hold on. I don't like
my bad.
We not you. You good, Diva? No, Diva, you good. You good. Don't worry about it. We ain't hiding.
My other phone was dying.
Okay,
I apologize. I have to switch phones.
Okay, all right. So let's hold on. Let me have this little talk. And particularly when it comes to Garland. It's a big toe. How are you soft? Because you can't play on a big toe. Okay? Stephen A., I got a personal segment for you. I just wanted to make sure my face was seeing when I said it. Because I ain't no chump. I don't do that. And I definitely don't fucking backtrack. You out of fucking pocket. Chief, Darius cannot be considered soft because he can't move on his big toe. An injury is an injury. Okay? And he is also a main product in a business. So, jeopardizing his long-term value doesn't make sense on any level. People want their ego stroked. Most of these people who talk about he should play through this won't even go through work with a cold and they nose sniffing. Don't tell me about soft. Most of you people don't even speak up for your own self. Don't tell me about soft. What is we talking about for real? Soft. Half of y'all couldn't even put up with the requirements it took to get you to whatever position you looking to get to. How you calling somebody soft? Come on, man. We not doing that. So Garland was the one I was on right now. We gonna get to the other players in a second because Garland was the one I was on right now. No, players are not soft. The Cavs players are not soft. They are young. Garland's 24, Evans 23, Evans 22, Okoro's 23, Allen's 26, Spider's 27. What are we talking about? I'm clueless. What are we talking about? All right. They haven't even grown into their grown man bodies yet. We're talking about soft. Anyway, so Garland got injured during the Miami series. Cavs blow him out anyway. We get to the Indiana series. All right. Indiana comes off a gentleman's sweep of Milwaukee, a team that they've played 20 times over the last 2 years. They played in the NBA Cup. They played quite a few times. They got a little history. It got a little chippy to the point where Tyrese Halliburton's dad is, on restrictions from the arena for something that he may or may have not did to Giannis. All right, or said to Giannis, right? Whatever the case, they come in with a lot of energy, a lot of tension, and their number one star was rated by his peers as the most overrated player in the league. Yeah, they came in with a little moxie, came in with a little fire. They came in looking to, make a name. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself. They on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make a name for myself. Shout out Channing Tatum. You know what I'm saying? So they take game one in Cleveland. All right. They take game one in Cleveland. All right. Now, mind you, in this game, Hunter gets his thumb dislocated because Benedict Mathurin got away with a left hand chest push going for the block. Don't get me wrong. If it was a Cavs player that did it, I would have said it was a clean block too. Okay? But I also know if a Cavs player would have did it, that left hand would have got called. And they would have called it a flagrant. And that player would have got the flagrant shot plus his 2 shots for the common foul and ball side out. So this is where I have the issue with the non-call. Because if it was Cleveland, y'all not would have called it the same way. All right? Clearly, Hunter's defenseless in the air. Something should have got called. But y'all act like y'all want to let him play chippy. Yet, when you get on the other end, you're not calling it the same. Evan Mobley coming down on Miles Turner's foot off the shot is a basketball play. Do we want to say Miles Turner was on some bullshit? I don't see it that way. I just say, hey, Miles, shit happens. Okay. In terms of Evan Mobley's injury, okay, he is a 7-footer who's 22, and he has an ankle sprain. He's 7 foot with a ankle concern. He doesn't play. He doesn't play. I don't care how nobody likes him. He doesn't play. You are not at a 100%. You are not even at 70%. 60% of you does not help my team. You don't play. If it's me, Evan might not play the rest of the series. I don't care what it looks like. Evan only can consider coming back if we go 7. And then he can come back for game 7. But in my opinion, if the Cavs don't win this series, which I doubt that happens, but if the Cavs don't win this series, Evan's playoff season is over for this year. It's over. And people can whine and complain and moan and do all that, but I'm going to smack them with the contradiction a little later, all right? DeAndre Hunter, dislocated thumb on his shooting hand. Does anybody even know how to play basketball? Like, for all the people that's saying the Cavs player soft, can you play basketball? Like, do you actually know how to shoot? Do you have a jump shot? Can you actually use it on the court? Do you understand how form works? You need your thumb to do a lot of shit. It's like your big toe. It helps with a lot of control and grip. You need your thumb. If the bitch is dislocated on your dominant hand, what fucking type of aid can you provide me and you're one of my scorers? You people have to make this shit make sense. It's just a
Some people,
normal. Go ahead.
yeah. No, I was just saying, like, some people just sometimes they just talk about a whole bunch of nothing they know nothing, something they know nothing about, and it's really irritating because I'm like, I was listening to somebody say, yeah, so they're going to, hear it from the fans, and they're going to be ridiculed, and you're going to be made fun of for the 64-10 or whatever, whatever it was. Listen, they can't. I mean, they can do all they can do. The fans are going to be the fans, and that's just it. That's all. You can't hold something against somebody that they cannot help. Mean, I don't know what to tell. Like, you know what I mean? So we're just going to have to step up, next man up type mentality, and do this. And I really think we are. That's why I put my post up on Facebook when we go to Indiana and win these two straight, what y'all gonna say then? Because it was so many, just negative things I was seeing. I'm like, this, y'all crazy. We gonna be cool. I think we
I'm,
are.
I
But
mean, with them
Stephen A.
Cleveland
did go too
fans,
far on that though. He went too far. Like, come on now. You was just riding us the whole. You know what I'm saying? The whole season you was, Cavs are playoff contenders, Cavs are finals. Yeah, but now you know what I'm saying? But I know that's his content, but he had to say that. He did not have to say that.
man, I got a whole piece of my mind I'm gonna get at, man. But it's gonna have its own segment. So I'm gonna go,
Yeah, I
but
feel
yeah,
you.
he was out of pocket. He was
Mm,
disrespectful, rude, inconsiderate, and very much out of pocket. And if he tries to say that he was just doing his job, no, you weren't. No, you weren't.
right.
And it's insulting to the people coming up under you in this profession who want to actually be serious about this. It's insulting the way that you try to spin your personal outcries for you doing your job. So you're telling me ESPN and Disney pays you to talk about stupid shit and you sign off on it? That's what you're
Right.
telling me. That you're okay for talking stupid and idiotic and moronic on the airwaves to embarrass yourself for the money. Is that what you're saying? Because that's all I can hear. But that's the case.
Hmm.
So
And all I gotta say is they gotta stop comparing everybody to Kobe. Kobe was different. He was nuts. So what Kobe did out there on that court, you can't compare the average person to that man that's going out there with that broken. He was different, man. Can't compare everybody to that man.
that's a fact. That is the
Hmm.
cornbread fact. Okay. So so Indiana, right? Boom. We get to the first game in Indiana. Um, and the Cavs lose by 9. The Cavs were down most of that game. They came back actually.
Hmm.
And they just let it slip away at the end, right? And then
Hmm.
in game two, the Cavs were up majority of the game, and then they didn't lose the lead until like the middle of the fourth, closer to the end of the fourth, but they were already slipping like the middle of the third.
Have
You
you
could
been
kind of
seeing the
see the
reports
surge.
that they saying the Cavs is getting exposed? National media.
Okay, so okay. Expose means that you were hiding a flaw that no one knew you had. Okay. I don't see the flaw. I don't see the exposure. Um, Indiana is a fully healthy team, right? And they barely won both games. Um, Indiana is shooting better than they've ever shot as a team, is this assembled team, in their entire tenure. And most of these guys' whole career, they've never shot this well consistently. Okay? So we know how basketball works. It's a game of runs, it's a game of sprees and spurts, and people had a hot time. It happens. Indiana, again, coming in already with much fire, with something to prove. That's cool, bro. Y'all won 2 games. Y'all in the second round. That's fine. If the Cavs was a team that couldn't win on the road, then this would bother me. But they've been whooping teams everywhere all year. It don't matter where we at. All right. The difference to me in these 2 games comes down to Rick Carlisle and Kenny Atkinson. And right now, Rick Carlisle is out coaching Kenny Atkinson when it comes to personnel usage. To be very specific. As far as X and O's, there's an adjustment Kenny should make. There's an adjustment, but that adjustment also ties into the personnel usage. And so what you think so far about the series, Sports Diva? Where you at with it?
Where am I is particularly with
With the
how the
coaching, with
with
the
the
coaching.
coaching. I thought I really didn't see how, like, during the season it was very spot on. It was exceptional. I just I don't know. Like you said, Rick Carlisle, I think he needs to listen to him a little bit more, because the last 2 games, like, I was seeing the frustration in his face, like, talking to him. I don't know how Kenny is to deal with, like that, but I didn't really agree with a lot. I didn't agree with at least 6 things, and I kind of jotted them down. So, you know what I mean? I'll be writing my little notes and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like, especially game one. I didn't like at all. I think we didn't. I don't know. I just don't think that we played our game. I don't think that. I don't know. It was the rotation was kind of iffy. I don't know. So, I mean, how you really? You said that you feel like Rick Carlisle is out coaching him,
Oh yeah.
and I agree.
Oh
I
yeah.
agree. That's why I'm
I
like,
might
I
just
just saw the frustration in his face. Like, I
so
don't know.
okay, so something that I think a lot of people miss during the year is a lot of the reason that a lot of the bench was getting run during the season is because of the the rest of the coaching staff, the assistant
Hmm.
coaches, and all of them. Those guys be in Kenny's ear, and they be telling them, "Hey, you need to play this guy, or you need to play this guy more, or you need to give this
Right.
guy a chance in this position in this matchup."
Hmm.
Okay, and at the beginning of the year, Kenny didn't listen until he finally listened, and Tylen and Jalen Tyson got his first start, and he showed out. So that made him a
Correct.
lot more lenient on doing it. Right? He was still hesitant and reluctant during the year, but he seemed to become something that he felt more comfortable doing as the year go along because it was working. Okay?
Hmm.
You are who you are at core. And when you get into what you feel like is backed in the corner, you're always going to resort to muscle memory, things that you do impulsive, right? And
Hmm.
like most coaches, you try to go with the players you feel comfortable with versus going with what the game is showing you. Okay. A few things that I
Hmm.
don't like that Kenny is doing, and he's not making adjustments. So first off, let's do some station identification. D Trent, Game Changer Sports Talks, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at D Trent. If you missed the live streamings, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you will see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. Make sure you do the same. Check out the website, industrysports.com. You catch the latest articles, updates about sports going on near you. If you want to hit us up, they want us to spotlight somebody you want us to follow or you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? You can email us, industrysports@gmail.com or dtrent@gmail.com. Let us, talk to us, man. Hit us up on all the social platforms because we all on there as well. Let us know what you want to talk about, what you want to hear about. We'll do that for you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the engagement. Um, so Coach Kenny, the first thing I noticed with Indiana is they cannot stop. They only Nimhart and Neesmith can stop players off the dribble. Okay? So if you have a player off the dribble who can get to the rim, especially one that can dunk a layup or create 3-point play opportunities, those players will thrive in this series against Indiana because Indiana doesn't have great rim protection. And they don't have a lot of good perimeter D. They just got one shot blocker in Miles Turner and two guys that they have to rotate to play on the perimeter, right? And
Mhm.
Neesmith and Nimble. So hold on.
Mhm.
Okay, so um, like I'm saying, those type of players will get off. So uh, case in point, game two, he played Javante Green and Craig Porter Jr. And the Cavs went on a run. Okay, with no Donovan on the floor, they had Ty Jerome out there. Even though Ty Jerome wasn't hitting, they still was making a run. Right? He comes back in the second half and he doesn't play either one of those guys. That was a big mistake. Jalen Tyson is another guy on this team, especially a wing who can handle the rock off the dribble and get to the hole. I think Okoro is another one, but you're not giving him the green light to take people off the dribble. You want him shooting shots. It makes no sense. And I'm saying this because of this, right? The Cavs have been blessed to have a team to where you have guys who can penetrate and shoot. So even if those guys are going straight for twos, you still have multiple guys out there who can still spot up and shoot for you. So the adjustment should have been okay. They're pressing us 94 feet, they're trying to tire out Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell was getting off. Let's stop making him the primary ball handler and make him the pick setter, or let him get it already coming in motion going towards the hole. All right. This is where Donovan has to be a better off ball player. All right. In the likes of how Steph Curry is and how Rip Hamilton was, how Ray Allen was. I ain't saying you got to be those guys, but as far as a dominant scorer in this league, you're in those type of conversations. So those are the type of guys you should probably pick those habits up from. Um,
Mhm.
but you get him in those positions now. When he catches the ball, wherever he catches the ball at, he's a threat to score. Soon as he catch the ball, not only is the defenders behind him, but he's already inside the three. So if he needs to take the step back, he can. He can take one dribble and be at the rim. He can shoot that shot right there, and he can still kick it out to the shooter because Donovan can pass.
Mhm.
That's the same thing for whoever else you got that can do it, right? Even Jalen Tyson, right? All right, look, play him. But you
Why?
but you also go ahead. What you about to say?
No, no. I was. Why they didn't really utilize Craig Porter Jr. as much as they have. Well, go ahead. I'll ask you that when you finish asking me because
So I
I
was
just
gonna
didn't feel
say
like they. Uh-huh.
they didn't, but you're right, they didn't.
Okay.
And I think
I thought I was tripping.
No, I think it's one of those, he a young player type of thing. But listen, bruh,
Yeah,
all of these guys are in the NBA.
right.
They own the team for a reason. All right, bet. You need spot up shooters or guys who could create havoc in the inside and get buckets. Then use your guys who can get there. Allen Mobley is not playing. Allen is tired, and you don't even put Tristan Thompson on the floor.
That's right. That was something else I jotted down.
You didn't even put him on the floor.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Why do you think that? I don't know. Yeah, because I'm like, he could at least get the rebound. He could get
it
you
is
some
a
rebounds for sure.
contradiction to say that the Cavs are the deepest team in the East, 13 deep. All right, and Donovan Mitchell and Matt Strus couldn't get 4 minutes of time because you scared to play young guys who showed you in the first half that they are ready for the moment.
Hmm.
You have to trust in the product that you build at some point. That's something I had to learn in my travels thus far. If you take the time out to map out something, to build it, to put it together, then you have to be willing to trust that what you built will play out in your favor.
Hmm.
All aspects of it. You have to trust that. So there's no reason for him to shorten the bench now. And clearly, the universe felt like you was gonna have this issue, so they took three major things from you to force you to
Hmm.
use it anyway, and you still try not to. I don't
It's
like the
crazy how that
message he
worked.
sent, huh?
It's crazy how that worked. It really is how it worked.
Crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the message he sent. Hopefully we get one of our guys back. No, we are the best team in the East. We are the deepest team in the East. The guys that we have available can get the job done. And whichever one of
Right.
the guys we get back, whenever we get them back, just adds more to the point of us getting the job done.
Hmm.
That's what Kenny should have been saying. This is the message that he should be sending. The only
Hmm.
pass I give him is that this is his first year with the team.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and just exclude them from the list. So we got to work with what you got, baby. Kevin Stefanski did it. You can do it too. By the way,
You
shout out to
can
Kevin
do
Stefanski.
it.
Happy birthday, brother.
Oh yeah, today
I
is
was
the
there.
fancy birthday. Happy
Uh-huh.
birthday, Coach Kevin.
Hmm.
Happy birthday, homie.
Happy
Yeah,
God.
we'll get to you in a minute. You got your own segment.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah, yeah.
So okay. So also, how did you feel about him starting Ty Jerome and Dean Wade?
I don't like the three guard thing per se. Um, Not a fan of that. But we don't have a choice right now because DeAndre Hunter is out. And I always wanted him to well kind of start over Max Strus, but anyway, I don't know if I like them. I kind of liked Sam Merrill, Max Strus, Ty Jerome, and Jared and Derek. I mean Jared and Donovan. That's who I liked. But this, I mean, it's one of them that's gonna be off. You know what I'm saying? Or am I tripping? Because it just seems like that. It just seems like either Max is hot or when if they both hot at the same time, we win in that game by a lot. Okay, so I mean, how you
I,
feel? How do you feel about it? I mean,
I,
because you know who I wanted to start, but he can't.
okay, I don't like the idea in this series. I don't like the idea of him starting Wade and Jerome because
Mhm.
for one, that's not how they get into the game. Uh, Dean Wade has experience starting, but since uh, of this year, Dean Wade plays a lot better when he comes in off the bench, and so does Ty Jerome. Also, I
Mhm.
believe in when you have fluctuating parts, it is imperative to keep something consistent.
Correct. Correct.
So I feel like he shouldn't have started neither one of them. He should have started Okoro and Tyson.
Agreed. I forgot
And
about Tyson. Yeah, yeah.
you could have just ran. You could have just ran Spider with Struce, Okoro, and Tyson and Allen. And that way, your bench is still strong. Because now you're going to come off with, if one of them get in foul trouble early, then you insert Kevin Porter Jr. Wait. You insert Kevin Porter Jr. Mm-hmm. And let him do his thing. Now, the one thing about letting Ty Jerome start is it gave Kevin Porter Jr. A time to come in earlier. So that was cool because Kevin Porter seemed like, he did it. Now, I do like the idea of Jerome being the point guard when Spider is at the 2. But if they do it like that, I don't like Matt Strus playing with that lineup.
That's what I was getting at. Right. Mm-hmm.
I don't like him playing with that lineup. I would at that point you have to play Okoro. Now you can play Okoro and Dean Wade if you come in with that lineup, because then you're gonna come off the bench with Craig Porter, Merrill, Strus. You know what I'm saying? So now for a fact you got 3 guys that's gonna play defense, and then boom, okay, you started Wade, so now you gonna have to play Tyson or play Amani. You know what I'm saying? Or play Tristan, which shouldn't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you really just mixing these guys in so you guys can catch a breather because you want these guys ready for the fourth quarter. And I've always been a firm believer in you let your reserve guys play early to soak up the fouls.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know a team gonna come out aggressive. Let them players that don't play a lot, let them come in and soak up the fouls early. Use they 6 fouls. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
for
that
real.
way, whoever get in trouble, it ain't your core guys. These guys come in and they take fouls away from the guys that you need to put up buckets at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? And the more that they can play in the first half, the more that you can let these guys play in the second half. The problem is, again, last game, Kenny was doing that, but guys was getting in foul trouble. So you should have went back to what was working in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't want to do that. You being stubborn. I don't like when coaches come over here and start getting stubborn, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Mm-mm.
don't. I mean, and then you wait all year to do it.
Yeah, but
This the
that's
wrong time. You know what I'm saying?
no, it
Like
is.
it's the wrong, it's always the wrong time, but it's definitely the wrong time now to get weird. Like just do what works and things been working. So I mean, yeah, people get distracted from injuries, um, things that happen in life and you have to miss a game. You know what I'm saying? But eh, you gotta work with what you got. And that's just it. And we're not, like you said, we're the best in the East. Like, I mean, come on. Like, you have to believe. It's like, yeah, y'all say y'all believe and y'all brothers, y'all, not even the teammates, but just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all,
Mhm.
we believe in this team and we the coaches that, whatever. And it's just like, show it though. You know what I mean? Just say, hey, we good. We about to get out there and do what we need to do. Like Donovan said, we got to go handle business. And that's just it. That's just it. And I really like, I hate. I hate responding to my Facebook posts sometimes because I'd be like, I have faith. And here, but I like I like the fact that Donovan is like, he's confident, and I think we're gonna be okay, man. I mean, this is not it. The other team, the other team is the same way. And I'm just like, what is going on here? It's 0-2. It's crazy.
Not really. I mean, you
I
listen.
mean, I
You
didn't
gotta
predict
go
this. I
through
put
a
it like
little
that.
adversity, man. I mean, every year, like clockwork, every year around this time, major people for the Cavs are injured. The last 2 seasons we've been in the playoffs, we get to the second round. Players are injured or they're not. You know what I'm saying? Allen the
Right.
last 2 years. Mobley was out a little bit in the beginning, and then he came in when Allen had to go out. Like it's
Right.
been
No,
this
I
way.
get that.
So
I definitely get that. It ain't our fault. It's just like,
yeah, like
it's just
you
kind
should
of.
be expecting this though. Like you understand how this works. So I listen. I expect. Well, I ain't gonna say expect. I don't like
I
how
mean, I'm
people
not really
say it, but I
expecting it
think.
because I wasn't expecting it. To be
But
honest, I thought we was gonna be cool.
I think we
I
still
can't.
cool though.
I'm not.
I
No, I'm
don't.
talking about. I'm not talking about we're not cool. We're cool. We're okay because, like I said, we almost did it the other day. Like literally by a hair, by the by a hair molecule. So we can do it. It's nothing. But it, I mean, I don't know. It just is what it is at this point. And I think we was way cooler with them in there. I mean, way cooler because they barely beaten us. Barely.
Yeah. So that's why I say it's just about
So
adjustments. But I mean that's what the playoffs for, right? You got to figure out where to adjust, how to adjust. You know what I'm saying?
including the
And
coaches.
yeah, because right now they just got to win game three.
No,
That's
for
all that
real.
matters. You just gotta win game three. You ain't gotta go out there and do nothing else but win game three. Right? Win game three. Then we worry about game four. That's the beauty thing about the playoffs, man. The last game don't really matter. As long as you got another game, you got a chance. And if don't no franchise know better than this, Cleveland knows.
I know.
If you
Damn
got
sure
a
do.
game, you got a chance. All you gotta do is win the game in front of you.
So
That's
you're
it.
saying there's a chance?
I'm saying we gonna win
Yes.
it. Hey, man,
Uh-oh.
ain't no chance. Man, listen.
No,
Donovan put up
it's a movie
48.
quote. It's a movie quote, bro.
Oh. So you saying we got a chance? Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Never mind. Go ahead.
All right. I got you.
You don't know nothing about it. It's okay.
He don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
It's
cool. Yeah,
okay.
it's looked over
It's
my head.
okay.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
It's okay. Go ahead.
So, but yeah. So I just feel like he definitely need to make that adjustment. I don't like him starting Jerome or Wade
Hmm.
because both of them are injury prone as well. You got young guys down there. You got a guy who's got more tenure than the rest of the guys that's available. Okoro should have got the starting nod out of respect alone. All right, you run him and Struce and Okoro and Tyson and let Tyson run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I know why
saying with
not.
Allen. Boom. Now you can come off the bench and guess what?
Hmm.
Listen, I ain't mad at you if you start Jerome, but I don't want to see you start Jerome and Mero and Spider. This cannot happen. All right. I would just rather you just do it that way. And then if one of them get in foul trouble early, if Struce or 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 listen, I'll take it if you start Kevin Porter.
Hmm.
You can start Kevin Porter. Kevin
So I feel.
Porter with with you start Kevin. No, bring Kevin Porter off the bench. No, bring Porter off the
Mhm.
bench. No, go with that because you know what though. You know what? This what I keep reminding myself of. A lineup of Donovan Mitchell, Matt Strus, Isaac Okoro, Dean Wade, and Jared Allen won 17 straight games before. Am I tripping?
No.
Evan was injured and Garland was injured, and that starting lineup ran off 17 straight.
Hmm.
So why not run with that lineup?
There you go.
All
No,
right,
seriously.
you know what I'm saying, and then when you come off that bench, even if Hunter is available, I will still bring. Well, listen, yeah, just run with that. Bring Hunter off the bench. You know what I'm saying? You got to use that whole bench. I want to see Amani play. You need 3-point shooters. I want to
Yep.
see Amani play.
I
Flat
I
out.
I second that. I really do.
Like he gonna shoot that
Hmm.
bitch. He's 6'9". He definitely shooting it. And guess what? He got a handle. He could take a nigga off the dribble.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let him play. You got him. Let him play.
He going to dig deep on this one. Like it really ain't rocket science, like you said, you know, get that specific, like with the 17, what was it, 17 straight, 16
Mm-hmm.
straight. So yeah, why not? Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Allen played amazing.
Yeah.
Allen Struess, Merrill, um, Donovan, um, even Dean Wade. Dean Wade had like 10 rebounds. Like they play, like they played amazing. Wade ain't hit no jumpers. He ain't get hit no shots, but he ain't get a lot of opportunities. I thought Okoro played really well on the defensive end, on the rebounding side, on the defensive side. I just feel
Hmm.
like effort not the problem. You know
No,
what I'm saying? I feel like the team giving max effort. I just feel like the coach is getting out coached.
I agree.
He is getting out coached, man.
Hmm. Yep.
But
Mm-mm-mm.
that shit crazy. So, how you feel about
Hmm.
Boston being down 0-2 to the Knicks as well?
um I I don't know. I feel like this is kind of crazy for the Cavs and the Boston to both be the same right now. The Knicks are surprising me. They not to be slept on. Okay,
Mm.
never had like this year been they've been all right. So I'm not surprised, but I'm like, okay, this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting. I hate to say, I mean, my team too. It's interesting for us too. But we gonna see how this play out because 0-2 right now when I hope that Boston don't come back. But
Man, it's about
hold
money.
on, wait a minute. I really probably rather not see New York though.
Listen, this is about money. Okay.
Okay.
Notice a lot of the teams left are small
Mm-hmm.
market teams.
Okay.
Right? If any one of these series don't go at least 6 games, the NBA ain't really getting their money.
Okay.
Think about it. Both series in the West are 1-1. Both series in the East are 0-2. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got Ant-Man versus Steph Curry as a changing of the guard of who's the next sleeper dominant person in the West. You don't think that's a
Mm-hmm.
series they want to see go 6 games?
Of course it is.
You
Yeah,
got
it's the
SGA
business.
versus Joker, who basically are 1 and 2 for MVP. You don't
Hmm.
think they want to see that go 6 games?
I know. I know it's a business first. I know that.
New
But I
York,
try not to I try not to think about it like that. But I
mm,
know it is. But
mm-hmm.
I mean it's reality. Yes, it's definitely reality, but I don't know. I like the entertainment in it, I think more so. Because
Yeah,
I
so
know it's fucked up. I know all sports are fucked up. They're all businesses first. They gonna get their bread.
I
Period.
expect.
How you think they
I ain't
gotta
gonna lie.
pay these players?
I feel
Hmm?
like when we get to the end of these next 2 games, every series is gonna be tied 2-2.
Hmm.
That's what I feel like. By the time we get through the end of the weekend, or yeah, the end of the weekend. By the time we get to Monday, every series is gonna be tied 2-2,
Hmm.
and then the playoffs gonna begin. Then we gonna see who gonna do what. Um, it would be nice to see all of them go 7, but I don't want the Cavs going 7.
I
I
don't
need the
either.
Cavs to win 4 straight. But if it goes 7, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just look at it like the NBA is trying to boost up the value of small market teams. Denver is
Hmm.
a small market team. Uh, Golden State, for better or worse, is a small market team. The Timberwolves are a small market team. OKC is a small market team. Indiana is a small market team. The only two big market per se teams is Boston and New York.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
You right.
saying? So they
Hmm.
want to shed more light on New York. They've been coming together sometime. Boston gonna be Boston, but they gotta adjust because if they don't win the ship this year, then they gotta consider who more valuable. But that's another conversation.
Mm.
Yeah, they gotta
Okay.
consider who more valuable because they ain't gonna. They could either only keep Tatum and Brown, or they have to choose between one and who they gonna pair him with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both of them made 300
Hmm.
million, which means both of them making 650 to $60 million a year. Yeah,
Mm. Nice.
yeah,
Well,
that's great
okay.
paper. That's great paper. Sure.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, though. But you got any other thoughts about the series, the game, certain players, certain things you want to see?
Mm. Us win. Definitely. I mean, ultimately, you know what I'm saying? We just go out there, handle our business for two say I would love four straight. I would love that. It can be done. That's one thing people don't get. Ain't nothing impossible, okay? Just know that. Like it might not look good right now, but it's nothing that can't be done. We really some dogs for real. I don't know why people just they never respected us. They never act like they want to. But when you go up and you fly and you shit, I'm sorry, I don't know if I can cuss on here.
No,
And
you good.
I'm good, okay. And you shit on niggas, like for real, and you wins four straight. Do you know how, man? What? That'll be next to the coming back from down 3-1. That'll be right next to it, for real. And it can, like I said, I like to have. I've been living here forever. This is my city. This is my team. What the am I? And people be, oh, you think it's stupid? Am I? How am I supposed to think? This is my team. Of course, I want them to win. Of course, I'm gonna have faith in them. Like that's just me. Now I get it. Reality is reality, and to look at a certain point. But at the end of the day, nothing is impossible, and I'm a big firm believer in that. So go Cavs, 216 all day. Stand up. Let them know.
Hey, yay! So I like that, Sports Diva. I appreciate that. Definitely let them know. Um,
Hmm.
I back all that. And I'll just add, Kenny, man, are you a championship coach or no? Do you believe in your roster or no? Is you here to win or is you here to try to prove your ego? I mean, two things to be true, but not in this situation. You gotta choose. I implore you to use your whole roster and come up with lineups where the whole five, multiple lineups where the whole starting five can take at least one player off the dribble from wherever spot on the floor, right? And draw up the plays that gets that guy the ball in that part of the floor. See, in the playoffs is where you find out which part of guys' games can evolve. Okay, because you have to make adjustments on top of adjustments. In the playoffs, you are going to encounter plays that you haven't ran all year, or the way to run a play different from the way you're used to running it. Right? I need you to adjust. These guys can handle it. They ready for it. They ready.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. Hands down.
so Diva, you got you want to shout them out, let them know where to find you at.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so on Mondays, well, it's the Sports Diva on all platforms except for Facebook is not letting me change it, so it's Natalie Harris. And Sports Diva 42 on IG. Everything else, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff, even Twitch. The Sports Diva. Mondays, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, is it yeah, 7 to 9? Vaughn is actually one of my calls, and It's called the Ships Podcast. And it's a relationship podcast. We do all types of relationships, not just your average relationships, but everything under the sun you can think of. Okay. And it'd be lit. We be lit, right, Vaughn? We be lit. So yeah, and then you can even find me here whenever he send me a link. I will be here. And Thursdays, oh my God, I can't talk. The Sports Fans Podcast. It is on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And that's at 8 o'clock p.m. tonight. Thank y'all.
Shout out Sports Diva. Definitely appreciate her coming up for sure. You know I'll be sending the
Uh,
link in the future for sure, for sure. Uh,
yeah.
You know, y'all know who it is, man. D Trent, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at D Trent. If you missed the live streamings, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. When you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. Make sure you all do the same. Check out the website, industrysports.com. You get the latest updates, articles, what's going on in the sports world that we got to have our opinion on. It's always a pleasure having y'all here. I appreciate everybody in the comments that came through. As always, when you ever see a streaming, you can hit the link, come up, talk your trash. You know what I'm saying? Get engaged. Come fuck with me, all right? I appreciate y'all. Be easy. One love. Go Cavs.
All right, sir. Okay.